Hello, everyone. So how's the audio working for anyone who happens to be watching? Does it sound like I'm coming from your left over here and then the right over here? Okay, good. So, pardon the jump scare. Sorry. So yeah, back at Lakewood Cemetery like I did last year. But I have a lot. I'm all around feeling better. Nice. In like an hour. So I'm running out of time. But when you think about it, aren't we all running out of time? Regular vision. So I did a quick jog around the place, and right here is by far the best colors. So I thought I'd start here because the sun's going to be going down. And Makaska, formerly known as Lake Calhoun, where it's out because I have a windscreen that I can, or a windscreen microphone that I can put on. Weather-wise it's great, but the colors won't be quite as bright. And I have a full-time job now, so I just have to take any break that I have to get out and do something. Otherwise I would have come on a day when it was even brighter. Well, it is a cemetery stream, but it won't be spooky. I mean, it's up to you to decide. There's people buried here from the mid-1800s. This is probably the most important cemetery in Minnesota's history. But this is a very well... It would be kind of disrespectful to be like, ooh, I brought my ghost hunting gear. Kind of funny, but nah. So what we see is chapel, which was built relatively recently, and it's influenced by the Hagia Sophia, which is a very well-known religious site. But you have to get up at grandma hours in order to see the inside. It's only open for a couple hours in the morning. And of course the wind starts picking up right when I decide to not use the windscreen microphone. So I don't really have any plans. And I have read all of the information on etiquette, so I won't be offending anyone by walking through here. They allow filming and all of that. They really want people to come here and check the place out. Good morning from Tokyo. Hello. I didn't know you're in Tokyo. Hey, Guy Joe. Today was the last day to go to Dairy Queen by your house. I'm glad you had a good day. We've got minimum FOV right now, but let's see how this goes. So I have two relatives that are buried here. They're not ones that I knew very well. And I was the only one to visit their grave sites in the last 20 years or so. There are actually some famous people buried here. The one that you all would probably know is Tiny Tim, the singer, with a ukulele. He sang a lot of, his music was used in a lot of SpongeBob music. Like, I'm so happy, haha, da 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 da, things that bother you. He's buried here. Most of all the famous people are more about industries. So the founder of General Mills is buried here. Nearly every person related to the founding of Minneapolis and Minnesota and all of that are here. Names that you guys probably wouldn't recognize, but at the cemetery, sorry, let me check what you said. On Lake Street by Target. I don't think this is by Target, but I'm right by Lake Calhoun, or Bidamakaska, whatever it's called these days. All right. And this place is almost as massive, mate, as Harry Potter, but so there you can't possibly see everything, even in a day. Oh, Gaijo, you're probably thinking of the Pioneer Cemetery. That's the oldest cemetery in Minnesota. That's where, like, Civil War people are buried. And I would take you guys into the mausoleum, which is made like entirely by granite, or out of granite. But when I went in there, all data signals immediately die. So it is a no internet zone. This person actually has a glass case for their statue. One across from a golf course? Oh, are you thinking of the National Cemetery where soldiers are buried? Like modern day? Hey, Freya. When you die, you just want to be dumped in the dumpster. Yeah, don't we all? It's like I turned mouse smoothing all the way up. Yeah, we're doing a E3 gameplay videos here. Gonna get some crunchy fall leaf ASMR. Oh, that's right, Gaijo, yeah. The oldest cemetery here in Minnesota has a movie night where everyone hangs out in the cemetery and they watch movies, kind of around Halloween time, I believe. Your friends, best friends, neighbors, wives, brothers, uncles, dad is buried here. Wow. Oh, we're getting real crunchy. Oh boy. Hey, we got a squirrel. Oh, he got away. Henry. Let's see. How do I ban from to do it the old-fashioned way? There's some features on my phone. Woo! Almost dropped it. There we go. Anyway. It's actually quite warm right now. It's like 65 degrees. Which is like 20 Celsius, something like that. Yeah, we can do some Mario 64 stuff. I'll put chat into the cannon, and then it'll shoot you into the clouds, and we can unlock hats. I've had the gimbal for stabilizing for quite a while now, but I just haven't streamed in a long time. Get a load of this guy. I do have lenses for my phones now, but it would just take too long to keep swapping them around, so I'm just using digital zoom for now. Good enough. Whoop. Swoop. Okay. Oh, I forgot the statistic about how many people are buried here. There's thousands. I can't remember. Tens of thousands, I think. We get some really awesome, like, artistic headstones like this. Here's the master of bees. Oh, but look at this. This is so cool. It's like a boat going through gates. Yeah, I don't really have a schedule of any kind for streaming. It's just really if I feel like it and have anything interesting to show. I really want to stream more. I would love it if I could stream all the time. Yeah, Roy. Too bad I don't have a laptop here. I could bust out Penumbra Black Plague and finish that stream so Roy can rest in peace. So I got like halfway through it and never finished it. What's really eerie though, besides the lake, is that because of all the leaves everywhere and how the wind is sort of gentle right now, when I'm holding still, I just hear the sounds of like someone following me. Like I feel like I hear crunching of leaves behind me, but it's just like the wind. At least that's what I'll tell myself. And yeah, people are still buried here. In fact, today, which I didn't attend, was a what do you call it? Just like an informational meeting for people wishing to be buried here. Because some people like decide really early on in their life that when I die, I'm going to be buried here. It's kind of like they get just as excited about it as planning their wedding years in advance. They plan their death years in advance. Decades. There are a couple other people who are here, yeah. As soon as the sun goes down, the place closes, so... Yeah, Gaijo could have stream sniped me, but she didn't. I was in her neighborhood during a big May Day parade, and I streamed a while back. And yeah, all of my streams are put onto YouTube. So even when Twitch erases them, they live on over there. See if I can do this. There's a lot of squirrels around here. I think I can afford to have low FOV as long as it's stabilized. Oh yeah, and as long as there's people here, this Friday, going to the Bare Bones Puppet Theater show, like I did last year, which is one of the coolest Halloween things that happens here, in my opinion. Yeah, it would be quite an experience working here. So this is where millionaires go when they die. They have an entire concrete structure made for them. This is relaxing to fall asleep to. What's the right season for falling? Some people that were nearby, some youths, looked at me just a little bit ago, were staring at me. They're probably like, oh, is that an influencer? I'm like, no, I don't influence anyone. Well, here's the entryway. The very rusty lock. Now, if this were a video game, you know. Lowry Goodrich. I influence you? Oh. Hopefully in a positive way. Here's some colors. Ooh. He was good and rich, yeah. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're born with a name like that, you gotta stay true to it. Am I Monotone Tim? No. I'm bootleg Monotone Tim. But, I was in his chat once, and he saw my name. So I had Monotone Tim say the monotonist before. I can't remember what he said. It was something about being more monotone than me, or that we should have a monotone off, or something like that. I don't remember. I gotta turn that into a sub sound. He's a cool guy. I like it when he's doing. Guys, We got a wild turkey. Besides me. Let's see. Now it's a digital zoom, so it sucks. Thanksgiving came early this year. I swear the oh my god, there's a ton of them. Alright, this could be my last stream. I'm gonna get attacked by turkeys. Well, I'll just have to not let them surround me. And honestly, turkeys are very true to what you hear about them. They are like a next level of unintelligent. Because they can't fully fly, but they try to anyway. Speaking of which. So when they do, you might as well just have like a bag full of garbage that you threw through the air because they barely take off the ground, and they just smash into cars, into walls. It's like, dude, what are you trying to do? No offense to any turkeys that might be in chat. Okay, well anyway, I'll have to keep my eye out on those. Here's another entryway to a mausoleum. This is, who do we got here? Shevlin. We can look inside this one. There's probably a treasure inside that box. Or maybe just 10 rupees, I don't know. Turkeys are already running away from me. Still getting used to how to use this gimbal correctly. Yeah, so these things are usually an entire family owns them. And then they have all these boxes inside that are like a storage for urns. Another one. There's a very modernist headstone. That's probably what mine would look like. Except I don't want to be buried. There are two options for me: either be thrown in the trash or cremated on a budget. We got a hog rider. Is cremation expensive? I don't know. I know it's definitely cheaper than burial, but I'd have the 3 dots in my logo, probably. I hear a crow. This is one tall obelisk. I keep seeing the security guy drive by. It probably look very suspicious. Do a Viking funeral. Put on a raft. Put out the sea and then set on fire. Well, I was already here. Okay, so I got about an hour left before they close. When we've only seen like, I don't know, 5% wind. Okay. Burial in concrete. Oh yeah, Pakatomi, there's also lots of these below me. Here, let me see if the gimbal will cooperate to aim straight down. Oop. Bro, okay. Yeah, these are also people. Oh my god, please. Okay, there. And I notice there are a lot of Freemason emblems in this place. Like this. Okay, so I got a plan, or I need to plan, I don't have one. Let's see, gotta check my phone. As you hear me sniffle, I always have to comment on it. Anytime it's cold, I make loud noises. Yeah, snort. Alright, Google. Wow, doing this one-handed is hard. Okay, Mr. Aldworth, I'm gonna use your headstone very briefly to hold up my camera. I hope you are okay with this. Okay, where am I? Oh. Because temperature makes the blood vessels in your nose expand. I'll believe it. So I'm on the total opposite side of where I want to be. Ugh. All right. Hello, Strawberry Rose Garden. So what I'm gonna do is gonna turn around and get all the way over to the opposite side so we can catch the sunset. Hopefully. But I'm carrying so much crap right now. All right. For some reason my notifications aren't working. So if people are following or whatever, I appreciate it. And yeah, I don't stream very often at all. I really want to, and I have a lot of games I want to stream. Like sometime before Halloween, I'd like to do a Signal Simulator stream. It's a game that I've wanted to do for a while before it got popular, and now it's like becoming popular. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make haste chasing the sun, but not the daughter. No, it's kidding. How much battery life? I have an external battery with me. Oh no, this is where Greedo is buried. Oh, never mind, it says Credo. So with all the power that I have, electricity power, I could last hours and hours and hours. Okay, I gotta go quicker. Gonna go mad with power. Beanie, why you no play shoot game? It is always pretty eerie having these statues look down at you, especially the ones where their eyes are barely open. Okay. It's a huge one. This is like the title screen of a horror game. Minus the airplanes flying by. It's a football. It's a stone Luigi. Some people have useful graves. So it's probably hard on the eyes when I turn around really quickly with all this smoothing going on. Oh man, I got a ways to go. Make sure I'm going the right direction. This one's really cool. Interesting. Okay, so I gotta be going this direction. This one's interesting. Yeah, kind of Art Deco, I suppose. Now in the future, probably the very near future, when IRL streaming becomes even more popular and IRL streamers start doing worse and worse things that get them in trouble, just the sight of someone with their phone out like this will probably cause a lot of uproar. There'll be like a sign, this is no streamers allowed. So you can't just do innocent things like I'm doing, just enjoying the sights, because they'll be asked to leave. Because they're like, well, I saw a video on the internet of a streamer that did this bad thing, therefore they all are that way. They're all terrible. So I might do what I did last year when I did this stream, is because this place closes in 40 minutes, so I'll grab my bike and leave so that the security guy can relax and close everything. And then I can go down by the lake where we can enjoy the sunset. Oh, this is really detailed. Huh. I bet this person, they're buried here in 1954, but I bet this tree was maybe planted in memory of this person, and now look how big the tree is. Definitely getting creepier here now that the sun's going down. 'Cause I haven't seen anyone in a long time. Wonder if the security guy will remember me from last year. Oh, nice. Came across this really awesome statue. Okay, I'll start from the front. And then, so you see all of these concentric rings. Have I visited any haunted houses this year? No, but I do help run a horror VR experience at the Mall of America. All right. Isn't this an awesome sculpture? I wish the white balance would turn off so it doesn't keep washing out everything. Elk's Rest. This is for the Elk Lodge, which is some kind of like fraternal group. So every time one of the members passes away, they're all buried here. Or at least they have memorial markers all surrounding this. And no, Gaijo, I don't work at the shark thing. Apparently that shark thing really sucks. I work at the Void, which is insanely cool. Great, I think I got turned around again. Okay, yeah, I gotta go this way. Jeez, the squirrels keep making it sound like I'm being followed. Yeah, when I look away from the statues, then I look back, sometimes they're in different poses. And they'll change which stone they're on top of. Look at this. Yeah, the place that I work does have Star Wars experience. We just got an Avengers one. We're all backed by Disney. Everything is like high budget and really well made. It's like some of the best VR I've ever experienced. It's a multi-room, untethered. So you have a backpack, computer. We've got like wind and vibrations and all kinds of effects. It's weird, my phone is making it look a lot brighter than it really is. It's getting dark enough now where I can't really... Well, I guess it's dark enough where I can't see my watch unless I turn the light on it. Finally on the opposite end. I'm walking fast too. This is a big place. Looks like the sunset isn't particularly interesting, but we'll see. Yeah, sanitation in VR is a big issue. A lot of companies just don't care. But at the Void, I personally know that we thoroughly wash all the equipment after every person uses it. I mean, after each person uses it, we wash it right after. But I've heard a lot of horror stories about like E3 VR experiences where they never wash anything and it just is terrible. This is cool. Maybe this will get a jump scare. Ah! All right. So, oh, that was creepy. Because there's car traffic nearby and I don't have the reflection proof thing on my glasses, when I moved my head I saw a big light fly across all of the graves that are over here to my right, which these are all gigantic by the way. Oh my god. So what I'm gonna do is gonna get my bike and I'm gonna leave this area, then I'll go down by the shore of the lake and hopefully not get mugged. But what I'm going to have to do, though, Well, I'll come back on that thought. So here's where Gannon is buried. Wonder what would happen if you step through the middle of these. They're doorways. I know what I'll do. Alright, so chat. I'm gonna put you through it. And then you can tell me if your life has been cursed. Alright, here we go. Alright, you've gone through. Let me know how it goes. Okay, I'm almost to the entrance. So here's this gigantic, probably the largest grave marker here. This is the one from the tweet that I put out. Wow, Ducksu's getting contacted by other ethereal beings. Alright, so to continue my thought, because I don't want to shut the stream off and start it up again, I'm going to have to dumpster chat. By dumpster, I mean put it in my bag and leave it streaming while I bike down to the lake edge. Shore, I don't know what you call it. Too bad this building's closed. This is pretty cool inside. Just being a tuber with my selfie stick. Even though it's a gimbal, it's not actually a selfie stick. Glad you've enjoyed the smoothness. I really enjoy having this gimbal, so I don't have to be extremely self-conscious about keeping my hands stable all the time. I can just effortlessly do it. Alright, so my bike is still there. Hallelujah. Imagine getting your bike stolen by a ghost. That would suck. Here's the administration building over here. Also pretty cool looking. It's getting dark, so everything's fuzzy. Okay. Shoo, how am I gonna do this? Security guy's coming back, so I'll set you guys down while I get everything on. Let's see, where's an interesting place to face? You guys can look at traffic. Just don't run in it. almost done for real. Put all my lights and stuff on my bike. Like this. It's probably pretty bright. Okay. So what did I miss? There was a ghost. Great. The place is closing in like 10 minutes, and someone just like ran in the entrance and is like running down the path. Did they forget their phone or something? But I also saw an attractive girl left just a while ago. Like, I was trying to find someone to hang out with, do stuff like this. But I ended up just having you chat. But I appreciate that. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to put chat into a bag. Trying to figure out how to do this so it doesn't accidentally go offline. What's wrong with chat? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. Oh man. This is kind of unwieldy. Have a nice view of the lake when we get back. Okay. So unfortunately, the place that I usually go to, there was a guy just standing alone out on the edge of this dock or a pier that goes way out into the lake. So I'd normally stand there and get my tripod set up and all that, but there was a dude there. I don't know what that dude's up to. Plus, it's very dark here and not the most safe. So I'm not going to hang out here very long. Also, hello, 80 viewers. Where did you all come from? Did he also have a gimbal? No, he was just standing there looking at his phone. Everyone loved the kidnapping ASMR. I'm gonna have to look at the VOD and see what that was like. Was he playing Pokemon Go? Probably. I mean, with how stable this is, I really don't even need a tripod that badly. Yeah, it's so dark here, I can't even see until people are really up close. So I'm not going to hang out here long. And there wasn't really a sunset, unfortunately. So I do have a telescopic lens where I could zoom in and check out the city, but yeah, I'm not going to be here too much longer. Oh, and thank you, Spaghetti, for the resub, and thank you, Tippy Dink, for the follow. Wow, I didn't know Tippy watched this. Probably got some good stories about your husband. So did I get hosted or something? Where did all these people come from? That came for the kidnap ASMR. Did I just like unlock a new market? Should I scrap everything and become a kidnap ASMR streamer full time? Oh, is it a Vinny host? Thank you, Ghost Vinny. But look at this symmetry. So the reflection of the lake, that looks really cool. And every glowing light you see in the air is an airplane. Because there is a major flight path that goes right over this area. So there's just non-stop commercial jets going over. Yeah, I'm supposed to be able to see who's hosting and who's doing all that jazz. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, Dark One, thank you for the follow. Huh. Alien abduction IRL stream. I'm down for that. Thank you, Billy, for the follow. Let's see. You're super grainy Uptown, I think, that's over there. Let's just go along the coastline. It's so quiet out here. Look at all of them UFOs. So I actually have the equipment, not set up, but I have the equipment for streaming while on my bike, where you see the front of my bike as I'm traveling. So I was considering someday just going on like a little bike trip and then streaming the whole thing. Oh, Vidyabum is hosting. Great Zot. Thank you, Auto Hosts. I don't know why the mobile app doesn't show me all that. Funny thing is I have a lot of reflective stuff on me right now, so all these cars going by are probably wondering what on earth I'm doing in the dark. Now I gotta figure out how to get back home. I'm like 10 miles away, or probably 8. I usually end up taking a longer route home, as long as it's one that I know better, rather than just being like, Google, just take me wherever you want me to go. The app isn't telling me so I can focus on the stream. Well, that's very kind of it. Can't believe it's only 7 o'clock and it's this dark. Yeah, IRL streaming in the dark really doesn't work very well. Otherwise, I'd be like, well, I'll bike somewhere else and keep streaming, but it's just going to be fuzzy. And not the pickle kind. I need a night vision camera. I have a flashlight. So, like I was saying that this Friday night, I'll definitely be streaming from the Bare Bones Puppet Theater event, which is going to be amazing. I filmed the whole thing last year, but it was really dark and hard to tell what was going on. And it's on YouTube if anyone cares. And apparently I had the only recording of the whole event, like, of anyone. Because suddenly that video got like 1,000 views, and I think the actors who were in the performance must have like forwarded around or something. Because that was cool. So hopefully, because I have a better phone right now and I have some lenses and I know what to anticipate, like about seating, like where I should sit and get everything set up, I should be able to get a better quality stream of it. And I'm going to turn, at least, I'm going to be able to read the chat, but I'm going to make it so it doesn't show up on the VOD. Because some dude came in and said some kind of mean things. And then now that is like permanently on the video that probably the actors in the performance saw. But it was just some guy, you know, that guy. Man, I can't believe there's people jogging out here and it's this dark. But yeah, the show, just to give you a preview, is the show is, it takes place in the middle of the woods at night, and it's in this area where it just gets pitch black at night. It's like down in this hilly, or valley, I should say, and there's sorry, and there's all kinds of so it's pitch black, but then the performance has a lot of fire dancing and fire breathers. So like the only light is all of the bright flashes of fire. And then there's also like stilt walking, and they have these giant multi-person puppets that are like mounted on their backs. They usually have big like four-legged creatures where each person is one leg. And they walk around and they put on this big show. And they're all like illuminated and look amazing. And there's live music that goes along with it. And it tends to be more like orchestral. A lot of like strings and brass. And there's usually like an ongoing story. It's going to be this Friday. Around around this exact time right now. I'm going to opening night, but they have like 6, I think, other performances. So for some reason I can't make that one, I could probably make another one. What else is there to say? Yeah, I streamed it last year. Wow, this plane has really interesting lights on it. Yeah, quote-unquote plane, but we all know the truth. I hear fish splashing. Okay, well, I've ran out of things to talk about at the moment. And I need to get back home before I get mugged. Because this is like an unlit path and it's very dark and kind of scary, in the bad way scary. So, chat, thank you all for joining me during the cemetery walk. It wasn't as long as I'd liked it to be, but I thought I was going to be working today. Uh-oh, Zoomer. See, I know Germa's pain. You just can't get away from the Zoomers. Vroomer, sorry. Yeah, wrong term. Vroomer. So if I don't see you between now and Friday, I'll see you all Friday night, and I'll tweet about when I go live. So, all right. Have a good night, everybody. I'll probably see you all in the Sunday stream. Oh, you can't even see me.